Good morning, everyone. We're back here again, our Tuesday talk, the HER, Health Empowerment Reset. Good morning. My name is Martha King. I'm a certified health coach here in Hanover, Pennsylvania. And we're excited today for our topic. Before we begin, I want to read the disclaimer that please remember that any information that we give at any of these talks and today, they're just for educational purpose only. They're not to give you any medical advice or give you any prescription, any source. So at this time, we're just going to introduce ourselves real quick, and then we'll begin the topic. So anyone want to introduce themselves? Lynn?
Hi, I'm Dr. Duarte Ray.
Good to have you. Asha?
My name is Asha Scatchard. I'm a certified Brennan Healing Science practitioner, which is a form of energy work, and my focus is energy and consciousness work. And my website, Energy Body Works, and I'm very happy to be part of this panel.
Good.
Go ahead, Martha.
Good. So our topic for today is called the healer's touch. So when you begin a path of healing, it's something you actually committed yourself to it. Through that journey, you're going to find someone that is going to guide you through the process, someone that's going to be a partner through the change, someone that's going to be a mentor, or someone that's going to be a true healer that's going to take you through the journey. So at this time, we have Sharon today, and she's going to take us through the process. So we're excited to hear her presentation. So Sharon?
Thanks, Martha. My name is Sharon Bibb, and I have been a part of the holistic healing community for over 20 years. And I have studied with Barbara Brennan. I'm a certified Brennan Healing Science practitioner. I'm also someone who has studied with Dr. Bruce Burkowski for 11 years now. So that gives me the distinction of being a spiritual phytoessencing diplomate. I've been working with aromatherapy with oils for 20 years or more myself. And I have a bunch of other little gems under my belt that we don't need to go into today. So what I wanted to do today was just give people an idea of how you can go about finding someone to help you if you're in that position to need someone. I myself have gone through a process where I did this kind of intensive work. I did it for over 4 years. I had a healer that I worked with, and I also had other people on my team that were body workers or nutritionists or whatever I needed at the time. So let me just begin by reading the paragraph that I started with as the little catch-all for this talk. A healer's touch. When we step onto our own unique healing path, heeding the call and committing to the journey, there will be times along the way where a healer may play an important part of our journey. So how do you know how do you find the right one for you? There are some simple facts that could help bring you closer to that person and move you forward quickly on your path. It all depends on what you feel you need. So I have 4 examples here of the types of people that you might be willing to work with, and maybe one of these would apply to you. So, and first of all, I just wanted to make a little side note that, well, I should have put this someplace else, but since it's on my paper here, I'll use it. There are several ways, you can always go by word of mouth, find someone who can give you a personal referral to someone who has worked in a positive manner and has helped you move forward on your journey in order to find a healer. You can also do something as simple as prayers or positive intention through a meditative process where you can actually manifest the right person, healer, mentor, teacher, whatever you want to call them, they could be all three, have them come into your life as quickly as you need. So we all know that self-searching and personal accountability, when you start on this journey, it can be fun, it can be great, it can be exciting, but it can also be very lonely and can be make you feel very unsure of what's going to be coming down the path, the next thing down the path. So you may just need someone at first just to listen to you and give you their opinion on how you reacted to certain things, and this is where a good friend would really come in to play, someone that you could trust, that you know. Most of us have one good friend in our life that we tell everything to, so that's a good thing. And I have a little side note here. I guess did I say that you may need another opinion regarding your reactions to patterns of reactions to certain things that happen in your life? Looks like I have a bruise right there. I don't. So anyway, a reaction rather than a response is a really good clue that there is something going on that is ready to be cleared. That was just a little footnote for me. So, okay, so now we have the personal friend. Then we're going to go on to someone who may be having chronic physical issues, and they're noticing it more and more as a part of their journey, such as maybe someone has always had, I've never had it, so I apologize. I've never had an irritable bowel, but a lot of people do have that. And maybe there's a nagging sensation that there's something more to that needs to be looked at. That would be one thing. And, or maybe someone always has a chronic sore throat, can't get rid of it. It's always there, just nagging. It's not a big deal. There's nothing there when the doctor says there's nothing there. So these are the kinds of things where you may need a qualified practitioner that can deal with more physical issues. Sometimes there are issues in the body that a qualified massage therapist or nutritionist can deal with, and they would be a great person to go to. So, and then another clue would be if you're having psycho-emotional issues that keep surfacing for you, and you're starting to notice, well, why am I always afraid to be outside at night by myself? I'm okay in the house by myself. I'm okay with friends outside. I don't know why I'm afraid of the dark. So, of course, I know this is a very common thing that usually catapults us back to our very young age, but we'll leave that out for now. And we'll just say that there's probably something more there, especially if it keeps coming up. If you keep finding yourself being put into the situation where you have to go outside at night. So, you don't want to be scared all the time. So let's figure it out. Another one is like someone who doesn't like dogs. Now I hate to say it, that's me, but I don't like them until I know them, because I was bitten in the face as a child. So I know that, and that's one of my things I work with. But anyway, these kinds of issues, someone may need to find a really good talk therapist. I almost said thought therapist. Talk therapist, just to help you get to the point where you might actually see where this all started. So what about energy healers? Now, many people consider an energy healer as someone who will guide you on your journey to wholeness. Many people think that energy healers will fix you by giving you an energy session, which is simply not true. A qualified healer knows that you must do the work. They provide the space. A healer knows how to modulate her frequency to bring you to a new place of understanding. A qualified energy healer can work on all the different levels of the aura or the energy field. They can clear and restructure chakras if there are issues in those. They can move stagnant energy, and they can also work on the cellular level. Many issues are held here in the body at the cellular level, and it's a great place to begin working. And one other thing that they do that you don't really hear much about is that they can realign the hara, which is a very deep part of your energy body that helps you with your intentionality to be here as an individual on Earth. So then I just wanted to let you know that there are certain types of healers that there may be crossovers. As an example, first of all, everybody's calling themselves a healer in some way today. That's just a common phrase. But now you have clinicians that work solely on the physical body. They go by the book, they're very technical, and they're very good at what they do. And they could be a doctor, they could be anything like that. Anything that works in the healthcare field, they could be strictly by the book, and they have no sense of the complete person. If you find a doctor who is also a spiritual kind of guy that can actually help you on that level too, boy, you're really lucky, I think. So that's where the energy healers tend to come in. They are not doctors, but they've had an adequate amount of training. I'm going to say years of training. And they are able to, number one, they can listen to you. They can offer suggestions because they've had training in the psychodynamics of individuals. And they usually have some training. I mean, not training, they have the training, but I mean, they could actually sometimes see into the body, or they can, they have a good sense of knowing about what's going on in your body and why. I mean, these are the fast tracks to wholeness that I'm talking about. So let's see. What else do I have? So if you feel you need a helper on your journey home, you will have many to choose from. A word of mouth referral is always good. Listen to what your friends say, and just keep in mind that they may be wonderful for your friend, but they may not be so great for you. And that is okay. If you go see someone and you didn't get that hit, you feel like it was a good fit, that's okay. Just continue on and look for somebody else. The bottom line is simply choose someone, first of all, that has good training and has worked on their own healing for some considerable time. A healer cannot go any farther energetically as far as frequency goes than they have gone on themselves. So if you find someone that's been practicing and doing the work for some time, you can be assured that you're probably going to get something really good out of it. I don't want to be negative, but I want to say that there are many people who they got their little pieces of paper in a weekend, and then they want to be a healer. And I know they serve a purpose for many people, but it wouldn't really work for someone like myself. They would need more training because, first of all, I am older. So I have life experience, and I need someone who can actually help me with that. So let's see what else. I think I'm just about finished. Let's see. So a healer needs to have really good integrity. They have to have very strong boundaries, and they need to be authentic and very compassionate, and they have to also work within their scope of practice. So if they get something through the healing of someone else, they have to be sure that they're not prescribing or doing other things, just like Martha said in the beginning. It's entirely up to the person to take care of themselves on all the other different levels. So in the end, you may actually have several people on your healing team. I remember myself, I had a healer for over 4 years, and I had to switch out one time because the first person just was moving too slowly for me. I needed to pick up the pace. And then I had a talk therapist, and that was my journey for 4 or 5 years. I got rid of a lot of stuff, but still there's always more. And don't think for a minute that you're going to do this and then just be clean and pure and ready to go, because there's always more stuff to dig up and work on. Okay, I guess that's about it. I just wanted to say one little thing. First of all, I purposely did not mention any type of healers, because I didn't feel that this was the place to talk about things like one versus the other. That's a discussion for another time. So my little mantra that I always say is, one sun, many rays, but one path, many ways. So that's it. That's all I have. Do you have some questions for me, Martha?
Beautiful. I love that, how you finished that up. I like the fact that you emphasize the client chooses. The
Yes.
client decides, is this my path? The client
Yes.
decides, is it helping? So even though you had the best healer, and if it doesn't coincide, or if it doesn't blend with that individual, what's looking for through the path of healing, that they can choose to move on. And I'm glad you brought that up. So it is not something that the healer decides for that individual. That individual decides for themselves. Yeah, I'm glad you
Did you have any questions for me, Martha? Did you get my questions?
Yeah, you pretty much covered. I mean, when you talk about what a healer is, healer's touch, you discussed that. You talked about how long do you need to work with the healer.
And that's personal too. And may I just say that sometimes things can get pretty intense, especially if you're seeing a healer like once a week or once every other week. So it's okay to take a break. It's okay to step back and let things settle for several weeks if need be, and then begin again. And at that time, maybe you'll decide you need something else instead of the person you're working with. Although I personally found that developing a good relationship with someone that I could trust and everything made a big difference. It took me a while to find the right people, but yeah.
I do have a question, unless Julie Lynn has something or a question, or Asha.
I did have a question. I just wanted to know how she can help people who are listening to this. What service does she provide, and how can she help a potential client looking for energy work in their journey? Like, what is her, I guess, role in that?
Well, I can tell you that I'm a Barbara Brennan healer. I did the 4 years, and I've been doing this work since I graduated in 2002. I've also come to find that, as my little saying goes, there's just one path, but there are many ways to get there. So because of that, I've studied the healing energies of essential oils. People know that I make blends and do personalized blends, as well as some very interesting blends that work on a very deep soul level. It's not just aromatherapy, like I say. It's not just 4 drops in a bottle of oil, shake and go. No, this is highly personalized and intentionally blended to help people for things that need helping. I mean, that in itself is a good adjunct to anyone who's doing healing work, or getting healing work, I should say. Having the plants come in and aid and assist you in that way on a soul to soul level.
Do you
And
do massage
go
therapy?
ahead. What?
Sorry, do you do massage therapy, or do you do Reiki? For the people who don't know
Okay.
exactly what this means, what you're
Okay.
saying.
Okay,
Can you-
first of all, I was a massage therapist for 20 years, okay? I don't do massage therapy as a specific anymore, but I know the body very well. And I was the first person in York to have a healing center back in the late 90s, and the first Reiki master, and I attuned a lot of people to Reiki. So even though I have that, and you know, I found that my other trainings were much more precise for the kind of work I wanted to do. Many people just need to have that generalized energy flow, as you know what if you know what Reiki is. It's very passive. You don't have to do much except be there. But and that's part of me. But I also have the very precise type of healing work that I can do on the energy body, on the chakras, the meridians, the different levels of the field. We work with, how many is it, Asha? 4, 6 different
7.
levels of the field?
7.
7, yeah. Yeah, well, oh well, I was one off by one number. But yeah, so we work on the 7 different levels of the field. And it's pretty much the same thing. You get on a massage table, you relax, and sometimes hands are on, sometimes hands are off. There are times when I don't even really need to have someone on the table. I can work just like this, talking to someone. If they're open, we can set the space and work that way. And also I can do long distance healing. So in this day and age, it's the way to go. So if you're really needing something, it's simple and direct. And I find that the long distance healing doesn't take quite as long as it does when you have someone right here on the table. Did that answer your question, Julie?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have anything else?
You pretty much answered the question I was going to ask next, so you pretty covered that. Do you want to provide your contact information that maybe someone might want to reach out to you, your email address, your website, or whatever?
Yeah, sure. I would be happy to. My website's been coming for I don't know how many years now, but it looks like we're going to get there this year. And in the meanwhile, I can give you my phone number. I can give you my email address. You can find me on Facebook, Sharon Bibb. Bibb is my maiden name. That's my Facebook page. And then I also have Pure Light Healing Essences, which is my business page where I sell my products. And my email address is Sharon S. Bibb, like Sharon's Bibb, SharonS Bibb @yahoo.com. And my phone number, I mean, I love to chat, so 717-891-6520. Call me anytime.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I was so honored to have you on our panel.
Thank you
today.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I
So,
appreciate that.
well, we're running out of time, so we want to thank everyone for your time. And, you know, just look us up next week. We'll have another topic. Try to do every Tuesday. So we want to thank you again. And so look forward to see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.